Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, and I am giving you an update on Project Bolide 2.0. I know it's been a long time, but it's finally ready to be shown on screen. Ever since I got the Zotac 980 Ti, I have been wanting to, show you guys benchmarks, but I needed a longer SLI cable. I have a pretty short SLI cable. You can't see it, but I'm holding it. And then I have a slightly longer one. Again, you can't see it, but I'm holding it. And that worked, but the top card, which is the Hall of Fame edition right here, got up to 90 degrees and started to, thermal throttle. So I was like, nope, I cannot play like this. So I separated them by 4 slots. And now they both have plenty of air, and they both run at about the same. You can see in the meters over there. One's at 32, the other's at 28. The Zotac card is the bottom one, because why would I have the more expensive card on the bottom? Makes no sense. And it works like that, as the best card should always be on top to give you the best performance. With that said, when they were separated out like that, sure, they got the airflow they needed to not, overheat and catch fire and all that. But also, I did not have a long enough SLI bridge. So I ordered one, and today one came in. So now I have a pretty long SLI cable that needs to be bent. It has a bulge in it because it's so long, but it works. As long as it works, I don't really care what it looks like, because it's in the case, and I don't look inside the case too often. And now I have two 980 Ti's and SLI, and they're the highest performing ones I can reasonably get my hands on. Sure, I could go for the $1,200 Kingpin one, but why would I do that? It makes no sense to get them, because ASIC quality is kind of meaningless unless you're using liquid nitrogen. With that said, let's show you the ASIC quality of both of these cards. Read ASIC quality. This is the one for the Zotac. Let's swap GPUs. And then this is the one for the Deluxe. So they're about the same, like 1% difference really. So it doesn't matter? No, because these both perform great. And you guys wanted to see benchmarks, and I'm going to see if I can get these to work this time, because I tried 3D Mark and 3D Mark 11 in the past, and I believe they had an issue where they would either not recognize both cards or only run in 60 frames, like no higher. And obviously 980 Ti's, two of them, should be able to run higher than 60. With that said, let's see what I can get. I just re-downloaded all these versions, Heaven, Valley, and 3D Marks. So I'll get to you in Valley. We're going to run this one first and see what it's like. Alright, here's the menu for Valley, and I decided I'm going to run it in 1440p, since that's what a majority of people like to run at, either 1080 or 1440, and even though this is a 4K monitor, almost no one uses 4K. So yeah. Also, if you wanted to know what monitor I am using, there's the name right there. XB280HK by Acer. It's the G-Sync one. One of the first major ones to use G-Sync. But with that out of the way, let's run the benchmark. Alright, here's the results. And for some reason, it's recognizing it as 4GB cards, so I guess this thinks it's like a 970 or 980. And I have no idea why. And this is the most up-to-date version, I just downloaded it. So I honestly have no idea why it's doing that. But there's a score, you can compare it. I actually turned it up to 3840 by 2160 because, hey, that's what... If you're getting two $500 plus cards, $600 cards, you're probably going to have a $500 monitor too. So, yeah. And if not, then, whatever. That's what I get. I get 2068. Yours might be different because, you know, these are pretty highly factory overclocked. And then this is an inaccurate benchmark because of the 4 gigabytes of recognizing memory. And then all that jazz. Whatever. Let's see if the Heaven benchmark is any different. So I'll see you there. Alright, same story. 3840, 2160, that's 4K, or I guess more technically, it's Ultra HD, but who cares? DirectX 11, Ultra, Tessellation, Extreme. Yep, everything's maxed out. So, let's run, and I'll show you the results. Alright, well, once again, this shows them as twin 980s instead of twin 980 Ti's, which makes no sense. I don't know why they do this. Obviously, these benchmark settings need to be updated for the new hardware. Because I remember, like, they could do 980s just fine. I did benchmarks with my 980s when I had them. And yeah. Minimum FPS, ignore that. There was, like, going between scenes, loading. It was more consistently between 45 and 55. And then the max FPS was like the beginning of one scene, and I don't know why it got that high. But the score is 1128. But once again, take these Heaven and Unigen in general benchmarks with a pretty big grain of salt because it's not recognizing the cards for what they actually are. On to a 3D mark. Let's see if we can fix this. Let's see if the 3D marks are fixed and show full frames, because that was the issue last time. Even on basic 720p benchmarks, it was only running at 60 frames. I completely reinstalled them, and now I'm hoping that they will work. So let's go back to the desktop and see what we get. Okay, we have the menu up, 3D Mark Advanced, and I'm hoping it'll run. I have it set to 3840 by 2160 right now, but as a matter of fact, I should change it to something lower like 1080p, just to make sure it's actually working and not, you know, dead. So, I'll just make sure it's running above 60 frames, and then I'll confirm, get back to you, and we will run the custom benchmark, like for reals. Okay, that was running at a nice 130 frames a second when I did 1080p. So, I guess that's safe to assume that we're good to run this in 4K. Alright, take off the demo, and now I will get back to you with the full score. VSync is off, triple buffering's on. I may take that off for the next test to see if it does anything, but probably not, so I will see you when this is done. Okay, this graphics driver is not approved. Okay, not entirely sure why it's not approved, but this is the score it's giving us. 99% better of all results, but while it was doing that, okay, that's good. It's recognizing the 6 gigabytes of memory. And then it's recognizing this one too. But it seemed like, oh yeah, by the way, I was running it in regular 4K, well, not even 4K, just regular 1080 Extreme preset. Because 4K, it was getting 12 frames. I have no idea why. Why is it doing this? Like, giving low frames, like, all throughout this 1080p one. This 1080p one was starting out really good at like 130, 140 frames. But then it quickly dropped to going below 60, like in 40s and 50s. It doesn't make sense. It just makes no sense. Why is it like this? Driver status not future mark approved. Why not? Whatever. That's our score for this. Does it matter? Probably not. So let's go up to the last benchmark thing I have, and that is regular 3D mark. And I don't have advanced edition for this, I don't think. No, I don't. Alright, well, I'll just run primary tests and tell you what it's like when it's all done. Okay, we have a serious problem here. Take a look at this. These are the scores here. Don't bother with that. 20,243, 24,737, 21,094, 30,453. Now, when I had two 980s, non-TIs, just regular 980s, I had different scores. With the Firestrike, I had 2074. That's an issue because that's higher than before. Skydiver had 48681. Skydiver 1.0. This just says Skydiver. I don't know if it's too much different with 1.0 and whatever version is there. Cloudgate 50,036.8. Cloudgate, yeah. Skydiver 48,000. And then Ice Storm 192 or 193,271. Skydiver, no, that was Ice Storm. You can clearly see the results are incredibly skewed. And I have no idea why. Granted, this is when I had the 5960X, but that won't do too much in the gaming department. It's all about the graphics cards. And then the overall score for this PC was 20,243. And the overall one for this was 20,764. So how is it that twin 980s, non-TIs, outperform twin 980 Ti's? It makes no sense. Why is it like this? 4.3 gigahertz overclocked processor. And then twin 980 Ti's, you see they're right here. And then GPU-Z doesn't lie. 980 Ti, 980 Ti. And then this is the Zotac one with 1355 boost, or in reality 1430. And then this is the Galax, which has 1304 boost, in reality 1417 boost. And the ASIC qualities are both about 72 or 73, I forget. It doesn't make sense. I am sure I don't have like faulty cards, because why would they be faulty? They're brand new. And ever since I got them, they've been inside the system, unlike the 980s, which were in and out of multiple systems. One with the i5, another with a 4790K, and then the 5960X. And it was in each and every one of those. So, how? Somebody please explain, and I will give you proper benchmarks after. Also, please explain why both Unigen benchmarks show it as 4GB cards. And just to show you that it's not the system, I'm going to open GeForce Experience. And drivers, you can see I'm on the latest driver. 355.82. This is the one released for Phantom Pain. So yeah, please tell me why it's screwing up like this, and I will give you full proper benchmarks. Thank you.